I'm a dress to the culture, huh? Dress to the culture. I'm a dress to the culture, huh? Dress to the culture. I'm a dress to the culture. We gon' talk about it. Come address the culture. We gon' talk about it. Come address the culture. We gon' talk about it. Come address the culture. We gon' talk about it. Come and address the culture, huh? Brick by brick, you get your boy Big Wall. And y'all already know the vibes. When y'all see the big homie PStock next to me, y'all know what type of time we are on. We are here to address the culture. What's going on with you, P?
Hey, man, it's glad to be back, man, in the saddle, man. I mean, every time we do a show, you know how it is. This is the reunion, man, family reunion. But, man, it's always great to get these shows in.
Yeah.
You know, give people some news they can use, some info that they can grasp to.
Yeah.
You know, they hang into a lot of stuff going on, big bro. A lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, man, it is, man. It's so much going on in the culture. Shouts out to everybody that be staying down with us, tapping in with everything from iHipHopTV, everything from Address the Culture. We working, we grinding. This new year coming up, you know, happy holidays to everybody. This new year coming up. We got a lot of content. We got a lot of dope things coming. So just stay tapped in with us, man. But, you know, we couldn't close out this year. It's so much going on, man. It's just spicy out here in these streets now. You know what I mean?
Spicy for real, bro, for real. And it's not from the regular people. It's from the people. It's from the people that the regular people look up to. And the regular people, you know, tap into. You know, I mean, it's crazy. It is real spicy.
It is, man. It's been so many. Like you said, I couldn't have said it no better than what you said, P. Like people look up to and look at their lives and kind of emulate their lifestyles and try to make their lives fit theirs. You know what I mean? And this is something that we've talked about before. Everything that glitters ain't gold. It always look good on the other side of the street. But when you really find out that people go through the same things, people have the same traumas, the same stuff that you go through, it just look better because they're rich and famous, man. But it's been so many big celebrities, you know, from the Will Smith to the Jada Pinkett. And, you know, we're not even going to waste time. We're going to go get into it. We're going to kick it off with one of the biggest.
Puff.
Diddy bop. You know what I'm talking about?
Diddy's getting bopped. Diddy's getting bopped. Yeah, that's what it is. He's getting bopped.
That's a fact.
He's going to get bopped for this one, man. He got all these sexual assaults.
Yeah.
Listen, Harvey Weinstein is probably a more powerful entertainment figure than Diddy. And he's in jail. So Diddy's getting bopped. Diddy's getting bopped.
So you feel like they're gonna get Diddy? I
think they are. The worst case scenario is they're gonna lighten him of all his money. They're gonna start taking his money away. He's gonna kill himself in legal fees first, because he's got all these different cases coming. Then, you know, the other stuff, this stuff upon stuff, you got that. Then you got the Keefe D dropping the information on the Pac situation. You know, you got the weirdo stories coming out left and right. And I'm telling you, when I was deep in the industry, I heard the weirdo stories too. You know, like in Vegas one time for the Grammys, you know, a good friend of mine, his word is bond to me. He told me some stuff that I was like, what? Dang, I don't never want to meet Diddy. Don't never want to meet a Diddy. And then you hear that, you know, Diddy put fear in people. You know, he got that money. So he was, you know,
Diddy night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Forget Suge, now it's Diddy night. They say he's hanging people over the balconies, blowing up vehicles, allegedly. Let's just be clear. It's an allegedly over this whole episode.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly over everything.
Umbrella everything, because that's the way it is. Allegedly, but you watch, it's going to unfold right in front of your eyes on mainstream media, and you'll catch it. But yeah, Diddy going to get bopped for all this stuff.
Okay, but let me throw this out here. You know what I'm saying? Let's play devil's advocate, man.
Yeah.
Why is it that they always coming for a brother that's just doing this thing? Do you think it's one of them type of situations where they just coming for Diddy, like they came for R. Kelly and they came for Bill Cosby and all these other people? I know them not good names because Diddy and Bill Cosby and R. Kelly deserve to be where they at. I said it.
We would disagree with Bill Cosby because the times was different. It was a different.
I don't care.
But I don't understand. Those women were still coming to his house for dinner.
Man, look.
All that stuff. So I mean, but I get it though. And yeah, I think Diddy gonna get bopped. You know,
So do you think Diddy? Because you know what they say, P. Where there's smoke, there's fire. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So you know, with Cassie coming out, and I said this when he settled so fast, it has to be the Guinness Book of World Records for settling case. Diddy he has to have the Guinness Book of World Records for settling case because he settled it in less than 24 hours. You know what I mean?
He had to because
and what they saying, they gave her 7 to 8 figures, so she got like 100,000 even more. You know what I'm saying? So for him settling so fast, I felt like that opened up the floodgates. And since then, multiple other women had come out stating that they were abused allegedly. You know, ex members Danny DeCane, Aubrey Day, she's coming out speaking about it. His bodyguard Gene Deal, Jaguar Wright. Diddy has been having people on his heels for years. Like his bodyguard and Jaguar Wright. Like these people have been saying these stories about Diddy for years. And when you really look at it, Diddy is like the only person who have people constantly speaking about him in this manner for years. You see what I'm saying? So again, like I said, where there's smoke, there's fire. But I would hate for this to be a campaign because you know they say Diddy didn't got away with a lot for a long time. You know what Malcolm said when the roosters come home to crow. You know what I'm saying?
They come home to roost. That's the rap. That's the rap. But see, I didn't even realize he settled with Cassie already. So that says a lot because I was just digesting the information I was getting from Mark Curry and from Gene Deal because Mark Curry put out there that he was talking about when he broke Kim Porter's nose and all that. So and
allegedly they said that he had something to do with Kim Porter's death.
Allegedly with Kim Porter's stuff. Albie Shore is screaming that. And Albie Shore is still here. Albie Shore, and probably Mark Curry, because he was on Uptown Records. If you look at Uptown Records, there ain't nobody left but Diddy and Albie Shore for real.
And a bad boy artist ain't really like that neither. You know what I'm saying? Like it seemed like Puff always the one who skates through. You know what I mean? And I ain't mad at it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at Teflon Diddy. If he can skate Diddy out, you know what I'm saying? Let him skate out. But if you're hurting people in such a fashion, I can't subscribe to that. I don't feel like you have to. I'm pretty sure you can find people who are down to do what you want to do without forcing them. You see what I'm saying? So I definitely don't agree with that if it's true. But if it's not, I'm definitely not agreeing with them slandering.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But
I would like to talk to Melissa about that. You remember, see if she's seen anything. You remember she was signed to his group. You know, back in the day. You remember Melissa from that you did the interview with oh man, we did that with Lizette on Lizette's show. Melissa Schumann.
Oh, Melissa Schumann.
Yeah, she was on his group. You know, so
no. That wasn't her. That was she. See, that's another thing. She was talking about Vincent Herbert. That was another group. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
That wasn't Danny DeCane. But I know
that was making of the band, right?
No, that wasn't making the band. That wasn't making the band. You know what I'm saying? But that's who I was talking about. Aubrey Day from Making the Band.
Aubrey Day making the band. Yeah.
She been coming out talking about Diddy for years. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, that Melissa, she went through that and she had the allegations against
Vince
from From Vince, as
Yeah.
well as Nick from
Nick.
Blackstreet Boys. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it'd be a lot of stories coming out about men in power who they say use their power to,
It's true. I think it's true. I mean, that's the history of the casting couch. You know, like I heard stories, even like people in the music industry that we talked about it. You know, behind the scenes, allegedly. With people in the music from down in Maryland.
You told me a story about somebody that's popping right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That everybody want right now.
Yeah.
And how they got, you know what I'm saying, with that casting story, you know what I'm saying? And we gonna save that story for the Patreon, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Copy into the Patreon if y'all want to find out, you know, hear some of PStock stories from the industry. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put that on the Patreon. But it's so many stories, you know what I'm saying? And back to the Diddy, it's kind of crazy because as you can see, like they got him stepping down from Revolt. I hear he's stepping down from Ciroc.
Yep.
And it got people feeling a certain kind of way because how can you step down? How can people make you step down from something you own?
You don't own it.
So it's coming out that he don't own Ciroc and he was pushing his black excellence, black ownership, and you really don't own Ciroc. I believe he do own Revolt.
He owns a percentage of it. He owns a small percentage, a minority percentage of it, kind of like how Magic got a percentage of the new Washington Commanders, you know, with the ownership with Josh Harris. But he's the minority owner. Diddy's probably a minority partner in that, but they let him put his imprint on it. Let him do his thing with it because it's a music channel, music platform. And Diddy's the music man, the mogul. But it's not looking too good for Diddy right now. You know, all of the allegedlys are popping out. You know, just like you knew stuff that was going on in the Chi with R. Kelly. People in New York, uptown, Brooklyn, whatever, know these stories about Diddy that's been going down, but we just ain't been in those earshot of that stuff. You know, right now, there's some people sitting up there in the industry barbershop talking about that stuff, you know, and with somebody that's really firsthand witness. It ain't no allegedly with them. I seen it with my own eyes. Somebody said, I mean, his bodyguard, some of the stuff Gene Dale been saying, you know, you can see like he was there. You know, he's seen stuff going on that, man, make you scratch your head, you know.
Yeah.
And like with Cassie, her settlement's probably a couple million. She's probably gonna be set, you know, however if she alter her lifestyle, whatever. But she probably gonna have a book and some other stuff come out. You know, they all probably gonna have some stuff to continue on.
She got more than a couple million because she asked for 30 million.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
And he turned her down. You feel me?
Yeah.
So she getting. And she got to pay for her lawyers. I wouldn't be surprised if she walked with anywhere less than between 80 to 100 million, maybe more.
Oh yeah.
Did he cut a check? Did he cut a check for Cassie? You see what I'm saying?
Make her go away and keep your mouth shut. One of those checks.
Yeah, but you know when they start pulling you away from your business and you walking down, that's when it starts to get dark for you. That's when things start getting crazy. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stories coming out from Diddy. I even heard a story about Columbus Short. He coming out saying Diddy propositioned him and so on and so forth. And it's just, it's a lot. You see what I'm saying? And then even with that Keefe D story, like you said, Keefe D been talking about Puff for years. You know what I'm saying? As far as him having something to do with Bigg. And with Tupac's death, you know what I'm saying? And it's just, it's a lot, man. I didn't think that Puff would get through that, and then once that hit, all these other allegations start coming out, man. It's just tough, man. But y'all already know the vibes, man. We definitely gonna keep y'all in tune and update with everything that's going on with Puff. You know what I mean? And we definitely gonna keep y'all in tune with the culture, man. Like, and that's the thing. You really don't know what's true and what's false. You know what I'm saying? It's more people, it seems like when it comes to the Puff situation that's believing it you know what I
Yep.
mean, than not. That's the energy with the Puff situation. It'd be a certain type of energy with these cases that's leaning one way or another. You know what I mean? Especially in the public opinion. You know what I'm saying? And when it come to Puff, it seems like it's more people leaning towards believing.
Believing it because too many people been saying it, you know, for over the time. And then the thing that I know for sure is back in the day when we was in there after Biggie died, you know, the whole thing that we knew is Biggie was getting ready to leave Bad Boy. Biggie was setting up his own stuff with Lil Kim. You know, him, Lil Kim, Junior Mafia, they was getting ready to break off and do their own thing. You know, because Biggie discovered MOP and brought them into the mix and was going to start bringing these other groups in and just do their own thing, you know. And then all of a sudden, his untimely death, you know, and Puffy's unscathed. Puffy made money off of that.
Yeah, he did. Even with the Shine situation, he got away with that. There was so many different situations where Puff always seemed to come out on the good end of things. You know
Smelling
what I mean?
Like roses.
Yeah, you know? And I don't think he gonna make it through this one. You know what I mean? It don't feel like he gonna make it through this, even if nothing criminal happened to him or he do any time. Just his reputation. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he gonna take a hit. You know what I'm saying?
He'll be done. He'll be done in the business. You know,
yeah.
Nobody's gonna do business with him no more.
Yeah,
that's for sure. And if whatever money he got left, he's just going to take that and crawl under a rock and live the rest of his life comfortably. You know, as comfortably as he can. But you know, when you look at people like what was it, Jeffrey Epstein and Harvey Weinstein and these guys where they fall, you know, whenever you fall, when you're from that minority bracket that make it and become successful, and you doing stuff to that criminal activity possibly, they're gonna hammer you when they get the chance. Trust me, they're gonna hammer you. They ain't gonna let you slide. You ain't gonna get no pass. You ain't getting no pass. You're gonna spend a lot of money just to keep from going inside, but you still might spend all that money and still go inside. You know, unfortunately, that's the way the system works here. But there it is. You know, he steps down and steps aside as revolt chairman. That's right there. Is
he stepped down, man. That seemed like the beginning of the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And for our viewers, go back and look at the Drake Champs show with Diddy on it. Let's go
party.
Yeah, go back. I mean, one thing I noticed is Diddy can drink like a champ.
Yeah.
He can drink like a champ. He was drinking like a champ. Now that's what you call stress drinking. He's drinking under stress, under duress, you know, where it don't.
Everybody been talking about that for a long time. Since that episode came out, him telling Fab he want to party with him and everything. Like it was weird.
It was real weird interview. Real weird interview.
It was weird. You know
and
what I mean?
Nori is not a good interviewer, you know, but he makes it entertaining. But Nori is really not, because he overtalks the guests and the questions and everything. So he's not a real good interviewer, in my opinion. But he's entertaining, though. I like Nori.
I like Nori. Nori got good energy, though. You know?
Yeah, he does. He got great energy.
Shouts out to Nori. You know.
Shout out to Nori. Yeah, keep doing what you do.
Keep
Nori,
doing what you're doing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of like with these stories, you have people saying that you didn't do it, and then you have people saying you did do it, and it kind of takes me into our next case with man, Von Miller, man. You know what I mean?
Von Miller.
Man,
that one surprised me too.
Now his girlfriend today has came out and recanted her story. You know what I'm saying it didn't happen, but allegedly she said so many crazy things about him, what he could do, you know what I'm saying, what he done to her, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then to come turn around and find out that she recanted her story. You know, these are the things that make you wonder, like, okay, are people out here just clout chasing?
Yeah.
Are people out here just trying to make money, or is it one of them situations where, you know, she's scared? You know how, you know, the dude can get the woman to change her story, and you know all of that. So if you was a betting man, what side of the spectrum will you put this story at, Pete?
I didn't see. I mean, you can't put anything past anybody. I learned that. I learned that for sure.
Because we don't really know these people.
We don't know them. We don't know them.
Yeah.
I'm not. I know somebody who do know them.
Yeah.
Next time I see them, I'm gonna talk to them and ask them what do they think about it. But it comes down to the situation that, like you said, is she clout chasing? If she got kids by him, that you're paid anyway just by the fact that you're carrying his kids. Plus, she's pregnant by him now, currently. But at the same token, with her recanting a lot of that stuff, or the stuff sounding wild and crazy, the same thing happened to Jonathan Majors just recently. Remember?
And he in trial now.
He's in trial
right now for the same situation.
For a situation that the girl even walked back what she said and said it wasn't true. But he's still on trial. So, so my thing as a black man, they're swinging at your head no matter what.
Yeah.
So you gotta stay out of there. Your circle has got to be small and tight, especially if you got that kind of money. The women you deal with have got to be tight, and you just can't be abusing them. That's all.
Yeah.
You know, that's the bottom line.
Yeah.
You know, there's only so much that so many people can take. But that's why I tell people, like, you know, they're friends with somebody and they blow. Okay. Oh man, I was boys with them. Now they blew. I can't even get a call. Okay, you've been friends with them, you cool. Now they're on a different level. You wasn't in there working with them, helping them. When they see you, it's love and everything, but they on a different level. Their goals, they're achieving something different. They headed something a different direction than what you're doing. Now, if you was there side by side in the grind with your elbows working with them, doing everything, and then they blow and cut you off, that's something different.
Yeah.
And that does happen. But if you know them from friends, like, yeah, he used to come over and play PlayStation, get high with us. You know, we used to do this and do that. Now he only had time for us because he's on another level. He's on another mission. He got a family. He got whatever he got to do, responsibilities now he got to take care of, and he's fulfilling their dream, their destinies.
Yeah.
You know, so you got to do it. So in Von Miller's case, you know, he's no rookie in the NFL. He's a seasoned vet. He's winding down to the end of his career, in fact.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for a statement like this to come out now, you know, it's curious, and it makes me wonder, like, he's been on a couple other teams that might have happened, or somebody might have seen something, or somebody might have stepped to him before and said something. There's always a veteran player, you know, that you know, that's about doing the right thing to step up and say something. I don't know. He seemed to me like a soft-spoken kind of guy, you know, even though he's out there. I know he got a cattle ranch, or a horse ranch. He got a ranch in Texas. He bought a ranch. So and he's not dealing with little money. I think he's a $40 million a year player.
Oh yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
So right there is something. So maybe the girlfriend is feeling a certain kind of way because, you know, when women are pregnant and everything, their hormones change and everything. Maybe she think that he's not attracted to her no more, or maybe he does got a side piece. We don't know. You know, we're not in them circles, and maybe there's something she feels threatened by. So this is a way. What was that old saying? A woman scorned, a scorned woman. You know, so I don't know. It's hard to say. But my opinion in watching him and seeing him, and just by some of the stuff that he do, the woman, I don't know. I can't put it past anything, but I kind of don't believe it. And now that she's changing stuff and it sounds crazy, some of it could be true, but she blew it up. He probably yelled at her for doing something, and she blew it all up. Oh, he hit me and this, everything. He just yelled at her. You know, so we don't know.
We don't know. But see, like I said, a lot of women change their stories from pressure from the man, or feeling like they don't want to mess up their family, and so on and so forth. You know what I mean? So I don't necessarily take just because she changed her story like it ain't true, but I'm just curious. You know what I mean?
I'm curious too.
putting your hands on a woman in those circumstances is not good.
It's not good. It's not good.
It's a lose-lose situation. You know what I mean?
It's a lose-lose situation. But a great comedian once said he never heard a quiet woman getting choked. Never heard the story of a quiet woman getting choked. So, I mean, anything is possible, So that's one of them. I'm just saying, that's one of them things, I've never seen a quiet woman getting choked. Women don't say that. Never heard of that one. Never seen that happen. So I mean, who knows? Who knows what's going on there?
You never know, man. You never know. And that's be the things that I that kind of make you go because we spoke about so many black men getting taken down from this new law that they passed about extending the stipulation, this
statute of limitations.
You know what I mean? And that's why a lot of these cases coming up. You got Diddy, you got Cuba Gooding Jr., you got Jamie Foxx, you got Axl Rose, you got what's my man name from L.A. Reid. It's like it's a list of men who are being accused. Marilyn Manson, you know what I mean? It's a list of men that's being accused for these sexual assaults. You know what I mean?
And that's true. And maybe when they was younger and new to the industry, they were a different person.
But that don't make it okay.
No, it's not okay.
That don't make it okay. You know what I mean? And if it was my daughter, if it was my loved one, I wouldn't care where you was in the stage of your life. Don't put your hands on my people. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you bring it close to home when you put your family in them positions. How would you feel? You know what I mean?
That's right.
And that's what I feel like. It just feel like it's a situation where you have to. Unfortunately, you have to see it all the way through. You know what I mean? You try not to make it a money thing. You try not to make it a color thing. Yeah. But with these stories that's been coming out lately, it's feeling like it's a color thing. You know what I mean?
It is
It's always race that kind of changed the narrative, and it kind of brings us to our last story about the basketball player. You know what I mean? Josh Giddey. You know what I'm saying? Who he played for the Thunder. You know what I'm saying? And it's been saying for a while that he has been dealing with an underage girl. You know what I mean? But it ain't been no stories about it. It ain't been no publicity about it. He was actually on social media with the girl. They trying to say he was just with her for one night now. Like, they're changing the narratives. And it's more proof about this story than it is with all of them stories about Diddy and everybody else. You know what I mean? He was actually had this girl on his Instagram. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the headline speaks for itself. Is he getting the pass from the media because he is white? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is the story. This is what I want to talk about, Pete. Do you think it's a situation where he's getting passed because he's white? Or
yes,
is it
of course.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
Listen, look at Representative Matt Gaetz. Let's take a look at that. Let's start there. Okay, here's a guy that's a sitting congressman, representative from Florida, and he was charged and was found with a 17-year-old that he was taking across state lines, that he was being charged with sexual thing, but he's a white male, so he got a pass. They swept that under the rug. They dropped the charges. Whatever happened, whatever. So far. You got the Spanish representative. They're going after him, trying to make him resign, trying to expel him, which he probably needs it. I don't. I haven't followed the story closely, but they all, to me, the current Congress and representative, up to half of them need to be thrown in jail. Because they're there for the wrong reason. So yes, it is a color thing. You got the color thing with this white basketball player. Now, Josh Giddey, is he from the U.S. or is he from another country? Because that's another dynamic too that was making me wonder: is this dude one of these from another country, and maybe this girl's from some other country, and or whatever. But I'm not sure.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but a minor's a minor. In that other country, it might be cool. It
Yeah.
might be cool. But once you come here, it's no longer cool. So I'm not sure if he is that, but
I believe he is from another country.
okay. So this girl could probably be from his village or his town from back home, and it could be these countries, they have arranged marriages and all that stuff, which is fine to their culture, and then that's here dealing with the United States. The United States is the place that your culture from your other home don't matter once you're here. Once you're here, you got to do what these people say who don't have no culture. Most of them don't. When you look at this current government and the way things is going that don't govern, they don't have no culture. All they want is like babies, immediate gratification. They don't want certain groups of people to advance anymore that after you stole from them. Black
Well,
people. I'm gonna keep it clear. They stole from so many people for so long. And when it comes back time to pay back, they don't want to pay back. They don't want to admit it. They don't want to other people to know. But he's probably from another country. I don't know if the girl is or not. What was you going to say, Big Wall?
Well, he's definitely from another country. He's from Australia.
Okay, well, Australia. I've been to Australia, so I think in Australia, I think 16 is the legal age down there. I think. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, when I was in bars with a mother and a daughter, and the daughter was only 16, and she's sitting at the bar drinking with her mother. So I mean, that's Australia, different culture, different type of upbringing down there. So I mean, they look at it differently. The United States is a bunch of tightwad closet freaks. That's what it is. Especially, they say, "Oh, don't do that, don't do that," but they be running around behind closed door doing everything they say, "Don't you do, don't you do it," but we do it.
Absolutely.
That sort of stuff. But so all that you got to take into consideration. But here, yeah, United States, yeah, if he's white, yeah, it's going to make a difference. There is going to be a racial bias. If this was a young black basketball player, a Ja Morant or somebody like that, oh man, they'd be nailing him to the cross.
Man, and look, and they've been sweeping it under the rug. You haven't heard too much about it. Allegedly, she's 15 years old. He's been in a relationship with her, and they've been saying that they're not, going to stop seeing each other. But today, like they try to say, he only was around her one time or one day. So now I guess they're trying to,
is she from Australia? Is she an Australian or she's an American? So she's from Australia.
Yeah. I'm not for sure, but for me, it don't even matter.
Mm-hmm.
It don't even matter where she from or where you from. You know what I mean? It's not right for you to be dealing with a 15-year-old and you a grown man. I don't care what country you from. You know what I mean? And that's what the thing that kind of rubs me the wrong way. If we gonna keep the same energy, if we're gonna stop the sexual assaults, and we're gonna stop people from violating women or and doing certain things that's frowned upon, let's keep the same energy across the board. You know what I mean? We can't pinpoint who we gonna prosecute and who we gonna let slide. You know what I mean?
That's
we
true.
Gotta keep the same energy. You know what I'm saying?
It's got to be the same across the board.
Yeah.
The playing field has got to be leveled. At this stage. I mean, because there ain't no perfect people out there.
No,
there ain't
not.
Nobody's perfect. So and we understand that. But there's a lot of people out there that don't do the right thing to others or for others or about others. And they're in positions that they're supposed to be doing the right thing. And they're supposed to be assisting and helping others and everything, because like we said, a lot of things are cultural. I mean, it goes like in Africa. I was reading a story in Africa where they're the child brides and stuff over there. From in Africa. Same thing within the Middle East, arrangement. Same thing in India. Same thing in Asian nations. Some of them nations they marry arranged marriages for families. So it's hard to say. But if it's okay in that country, stay there and do that. Okay, don't come here and do it and expect that you're going to be able to get a pass for it, because our laws are different. And all my travels, when I go to another country, they make you read a thing that of all the rules and stuff that you can do and can't do. And if you break any of them things, you're on your own. Don't.
And you know what?
Yeah.
Shouts out to you, P, because that's super dope. You kind of led us into our culture shock question. You know what I mean? When we talk about all these assaults from all of these people, I want to pose a question to you, P. Do you think it's a cultural thing, or do you think it's just a sick, weirdo thing? You know what I mean? Or do you think it's a culture thing, like the basketball player coming from another country, or the Diddys and the football players and the R. Kellys and the Bill Cosby's and Harvey Weinstein, just the industry? Do you think it's just a culture thing that all these assaults, because it happened in films as well? Is it an entertainment culture thing, or is it just a violation? You know what I mean? What do you think?
I think it's a little of both, to be honest with you. I think there is a culture part of it, aspect of it. Okay. I get that. And think about this, go like this. If you look at, and I never have, but if you look at all state laws, like each state probably have a different age to marry. Okay. If you look at West Virginia, it could be 16. If you look at Kentucky or Tennessee, it could be 15, or whatever. So each state got their own. So then it goes back to look at the groups that founded the governments within those states and where they come from and what it's like over there. That's the cultural part I'm talking about. Like the old country, they always talk about in the old country. Even here growing up, you might have had relatives, in our families, grandmother, great-grand, she was married at 14, 15, having kids because that was the way it was. But the thing is that the life expectancy wasn't as long as it is today either. But look at this. On top of that, too, outside of being that, look at this. What you got a 14-year-old girl or 15-year-old girl, 16-year-old girl that gets pregnant by a 15 or 16-year-old boy who leaves it, who doesn't shuck his responsibility for the kids, okay, and walks away. That happens a lot. Okay, so some cultures look at it as, okay, we're going to arrange this marriage. You're going to marry this person, whether you know it or like it. It's going to strengthen the families or whatever. Our family's going to be better off. They're doing it to help their families in some cases, in most cases, like when you hear about that stuff, the cultural aspect of it, when they do that, that's what it's usually. They're usually blending families. Look at the royal family, for example, of England. Look at them. All the inbred that's been going on in there. When the queen died, they talk about that. They don't talk about the fact that her grandmother was a black woman, was an African woman.
Yeah, they don't talk about that. And even within your own families, there's so many stories about uncles and fathers and different people, sexual assaulting the women in the family. You know what I'm saying?
You hear that a lot with the Spanish community.
Yeah, I mean, in all communities. Let's just be honest. You know what I'm saying? And the family sweep it under the rug. You know what I mean? That's not something that we want to talk about, which is totally
nobody wants to talk about it. Yeah,
that's a tough discussion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I kind of wanted to know, do you think, you said it's a little bit of both, and I kind of, both things can be true. Is it more of a cultural thing as far as just the industry, or is it cultural as far as society? And
I think it's cultural as far as society.
Yeah.
The industry is a power thing.
Yeah.
That's a power thing. The stuff with Harvey Weinstein and Diddy and them guys and all them people that went down with that in that first round of all of that stuff, Bill Cosby and them, different times too. But at the same thing, it's a power thing. Your celebrity brings power. You got money. People are poor. People are broke.
Yeah.
People want to have better lives. They want better things sometimes in some situations. It depends on who you're dealing with and where they're at in their lives and what have they achieved before them. Because like you said, they'll jump on there and say something You know, the haters hate. You know, they could lie on you just because they know they can and get you in trouble just to throw you off track. You know,
Yeah.
and that happens a lot too. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
but you remember a few years ago with Joey Buttafuoco. You know, you remember Joey Buttafuoco and the Long Island Lolita and everything,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
she shot
Yeah.
his wife. She
Yeah.
shot his wife.
Yeah.
You
She
know, it's
did.
14, 15-year-old girl. So that stuff, you know, is a culture. And like you said, it happens with every, you know, it transcends all races, you know,
Yeah.
groups of people. But it happens in the industry as a power thing, I believe. It's more
Yeah.
related to power. People want advancement for their jobs. Think about all the women that hit the casting couch that hasn't come out, that
Yeah.
haven't come out, that
Yeah.
haven't come out.
And I
But
think the floodgates is just now opening. There's going to be more women that's coming out that we know
they're
because now,
embarrassed. Some are probably
yeah.
embarrassed, you
But
know.
it's going to be. I think it's going to be more famous women that we know. Like when you hear their name, you're gonna be like, "Oh wow!" Like Cassie, like she's one of them names. Like when people coming out, because now you're dealing with people like Diddy and Jamie Foxx, so they're dealing with women that we probably know. Like Bill
Yeah,
Cosby when we see Beverly Johnson. That was
Beverly
a name
Johnson.
that we knew. You know what I mean from back in
Yep,
the day. And now
yep.
you're dealing with the powerful men of our generation, and the women are going to be known too. It's going to be more women, and I think the floodgates are going to open. I definitely feel like if an assault has been done, you know, you definitely need you, you need some kind of vindication for it. You know what I'm saying? You want to feel like you don't nobody want to feel like a victim. You know what I'm
No,
saying? So
no,
like at the
no,
end of the day,
no.
if you did something, you know, you need to make it right. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And
right.
at the end of the if you can't make it right, you know what I mean? That's when you have situations like what's going on with Diddy, where after
Mm-hmm,
so many times, so long, where people just want to come out, you know what I mean? And people
mm-hmm.
just want to tell a story. Now, what's going to happen from it, I don't know. You don't know if it's true, you don't know, but you will. You will, because the way it's looking, like they coming for everybody. They
Everyone,
coming for everybody, bro. You know what I
everybody,
mean? And
everybody. And if you a color and you got money, they're coming after your money too, because they
they
think you
coming
ain't
for you.
supposed to have it. They think you ain't. There's a certain amount, certain person, certain group that think you ain't supposed to have anything. So
Absolutely.
you got to preserve what you have for your family, because they'll take away from your kids in the process of saying that they're punishing you. You know, they're punishing you, but at the same time they're punishing your kids. They're
Yeah.
stealing from your kids' futures. They're taking from their coffer because they don't want to see your kids succeed. They don't want to see them go. So all of that stuff I look at. I look at that scope like that. And I'm older from the generation. I remember a different time of stuff where, you know, you used to always see these women with these bad men, you know, and they have kids, and you say, man, that's a good woman, but why is she with him? Why is she with him? Why is she dealing with him? Same situation. The mental abuse is just as bad as the physical abuse. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of that mental abuse that goes on too. And I feel bad for women like that. You know,
I
I mean,
do. I
that's in
do.
those situations. And I'm with you, man. I have granddaughters, man.
Yeah.
I don't want nothing bad to happen to
Man,
them.
come
You know,
on,
I don't
man.
want nobody to abuse them or take advantage of them. But I will say this: if my granddaughter decided to marry or settle with an older man, okay, I
It's
wouldn't
certain things that come along with that.
certain things that come along with it, but I wouldn't be I wouldn't be as quick to say you shouldn't, because I see some of the stuff the younger men put the women through too. You know, their own
Bruh,
age
that's
group.
a fact.
You know, so I you know, at least I see women doing that. They're trying to be secure, build security for themselves. You know, you got security and stable with this man right here.
And
That's
then
gonna
women are mature. Women are more mature,
they
so it
mature
makes
faster
sense
than us.
that a
Yeah,
woman would be with an older man. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And that
yeah.
a woman would be with a younger man. It
A
makes
younger
sense.
man. Yeah, yeah.
Like I could see the correlation. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
and that's the way it sometimes works out, certain situations in life that it is better for that person, that person might, that older man may not want to have children, or your daughter may not want to have children, and that person is on the same time as she on. Let's build up our stuff first and consider children later.
Yeah.
Okay. Instead of you dealing with a younger person that doesn't have no direction, don't have no outlook, no skills, no way to support a family, but having kids left and right. I see 14-year-olds having kids with 14-year-olds. What the heck? I mean, that child, that's a vicious cycle right there. Yeah. Because that 14-year-old, that's telling me that 14-year-old girl hasn't been trained by her mother. There ain't no training there. And then that 14-year-old boy might not have no training from his father might not be in his life the way he should be, and his mother might not be,
But you'll be surprised, man. People be having good parents and just do what they want.
That's true too.
You know what I mean?
That's true too. That's true too.
You never know, man. But like we
the majority of the cases, I don't think so. I don't think so. The majority of the cases, I don't think so. But but it happens both ways, though. You're absolutely correct. Correct.
Absolutely.
You're absolutely correct with that. And that's a big thing. Now I got another question on top of that somebody asked me one time just recently. What constitutes a woman being considered a freak these days? What's a freak? What's a freak?
To be honest with you, I'm gonna keep it all the way 1,000 with you, P. I'm gonna keep it a step.
Yeah.
It ain't no such thing as a freak.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, do what you do. You know what I mean? What you may consider as a freak, I might not think that's freaky. Yeah. You know what I mean? Somebody might think having sex in a car is freaky.
Yeah.
And for you, having sex in the car is a Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? That's not freaky for me. You know what I'm saying? No. Like so it just depends on your level, and make sure that the person that you with is comfortable with your level. Exactly. That's why these conversations are very important. So you can let a person know what's your level. There's levels to everything. You see
levels to everything. It's very important to have these conversations.
We gotta match levels. You see what I'm saying?
Talk.
That's it.
To talk. Yeah. And I try to, as much as I can, reach out and talk to younger boys and teenagers and whatever coming. I try to. That's to give them directions and tips. If you're not built for school, just try looking at this trade right here.
Yeah.
Start working. I know your uncle's a carpenter. Work with your uncle. Learn what he knows.
Yeah.
Your uncle's a plumber, electrician. Learn what they know. Get into the union, get a job that way. Get a career that way.
There's no direct road to success. There's so many different ways you can go to get to where you're trying to get to. I agree, Pete.
To be comfortable. I mean? I try to, but again, you still got those mothers and sometimes them fathers too, where I'm trying to correct these people out there on the street. I see kids hey, don't do that. Don't do that. I'll tell fuck you, whatever. I'll go tell my mom or whatever. Go get your mom. I want to see who this person is, so I can see, if that's the way it's supposed to go, because it's not right. It takes a village. That's the way it used to be when I grew up.
Oh, it ain't no village no more. Because that's why a lot of these teachers, they don't want to teach no more, because they said that the parents, 4 or 5-year-olds, is cursing these teachers out, telling them, you ain't my mama. You can't tell me what to do, and then when you meet their mama, their mother is just like the child. So you can't. It's different, man. That's why it's a shortage on teachers.
Yeah, I blame the Gen Xers for that, Big Wall. I blame the Generation Xers for that one. Yeah. Because I even had a sister tell me, that's Gen Xer, say it's our fault for that part. Don't tell my kid, don't do that with my kid, whatever. Your kid, and then whenever your kid kill somebody or wind up in jail or something, then we're gonna shun you out of the neighborhood. We're gonna shun you right out the neighborhood. There ain't no comfort. Every time we see you, we're gonna shun you.
It's nothing like having somebody to point the finger at. It's your fault. You know, people love a good person to blame. You know what I'm saying?
They love somebody to blame.
Man, they love somebody to blame. You already know. And y'all know on this platform, we're going to keep y'all in tune with everything that we talked about today, as well as everything else that's coming out. You know what I mean? Because we definitely want to keep our finger on the pulse of the culture and going to tap in with it. Now, y'all heard from us. Now we want to hear from you right down there in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, join the culture gang. So anytime we drop any kind of content, y'all be the first one to get it. Y'all tap in to address the culture as well as iHipHopTV, because y'all know that's how we powered over here by iHipHopTV. Check us out on Roku. Check us out on Philly Jams 95.3 as well as Jams 95.3. We tapped in. Y'all already know the vibes. So until next week, we going to be back with more topics, more interviews, and a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? Giving you news you can use, giving the vibes and everything. Y'all already know. So until next week, I'm your boy, Big Wall.
I'm your man, PStock.
And this is Address the Culture, powered by iHipHopTV. And like I always say, your culture makes you who you are, so make sure they respect it. We're going to catch you on the next episode.
Peace.
We up out of here. Yeah, when we talk about this legendary putting down a foundation for the culture, we got that boy Big B in the building. Welcome to Address the Culture.
Oh no, hell no, boy. Y'all been up and done it. And I had to come off the road to raise kids. And shout out to them, and they doing their thing. I got school teachers, I got basketball players, athletes. My youngest son plays for Deion Sanders right now out on the Colorado movement. You might remember a song, all my life been cold, but it really don't matter no more. Gonna have a good day, and ain't nobody gonna cry today. Ain't nobody gonna die today. And so it's great now to reintroduce myself. Not only am I the king of barbecue music, I am XXL top 10 rap voice of all time. But even worse than that is when you're really successful and you write big records, look who gets murdered.
Brick by brick, you get your boy Big Wall.
And that's one of the main things that I just want to utilize to give back. I want everybody to understand that who they are is the value. It makes me think about the Marvel joint, What If?
Yeah.
So if I was to make a game, I would love to make a game that's based around hip hop, where you still got action and some fighting and here and there in it. Yeah. That'd be crazy.
That's dope. I like that, bro. Yeah, that'd be beyond crazy, man, because there's so many different stories and so many different angles. You know what I mean? You can go real deep. Just say if Tupac didn't get in the car.
Yo, what's up? Yeah, it's the go to the game, hip hop game. My Hot 97 is going down. My dude Big Wall, the truth. Period. Address the culture. Make sure y'all tap in with him right now and get your interview lined up. He a beast, and I said it. Let's get it. We out.
So with all that being said, who is Blicker?
Shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shit, I'm Blicker. Shit, I don't even know who shit.